Now I'm worried because I'm waiting for the avalanche.
I'm getting a little, sick thinking
Did it already come and I didn't recognize it? Did it happen and I'm just so desensitized to the show that I didn't even feel the avalanche happening?
Hi.
Hi.
Welcome back to Memory Ash.
We're here today watching Love is Blind, Ohio, episode 8.
Yep.
Pretty
Something
excited.
about Snake in the Grass, I think, is the name of the
It's about
episode.
to get bad, isn't it? It's about to get bad.
A lot of comments last episode. One of them was if the dinner with Alex was the beginning of a ripple, that the next episode is an avalanche.
Great.
So I'm kind of frightened of that.
I am also scared. Terrified, really. One of the comments that we got multiple times that we want to address is around disappointment in the way that we handled talking about Alex and Ashley's family supporting Trump. So let's clarify it. We do not support Trump. We do not support MAGA. We don't support ICE. We don't support the police brutality that's been happening for years before and during Trump against Black and brown people in the United States of America.
We don't support the ethnic cleansing of this country, the attacks against Native people in this country, the looting and pilfering and the stealing and theft that is happening right now in our country.
We don't support any of that. It's also really tough for me to think that the biggest problem in the world right now is saying that someone that says that they support Trump is likely MAGA and being frustrated by that when there are literally people every single day that are being held against their will in ICE facilities.
Concentration camps all across the country. It's disgusting.
I have coworkers that are afraid to go into work. They're here legally. Mm-hmm. And in some cases, are U.S. citizens, were born here, and they're afraid to go to their jobs. I have a hard time sympathizing with people that voted for this to happen. We both talked yesterday about the fact that we sit here every single day because we've been with y'all for days and days and days now, where we've been posting long form content every day. And we sit here and we criticize the look on someone's face.
Yeah,
okay?
right? That's okay.
Judge,
actually, people love that shit.
We judge the look someone has or a word choice that they made to try and assess whether or not we think a relationship is going to work, to try and assess whether or not we think we can trust someone. That is way dumber than judging someone's political views in the United States right now.
Which are not just political views, they are moral statements.
Yeah.
And to say that this is politics is honestly insulting. And I think it's a little delusional because of the state of the world and the direction that it's going right now.
Yeah, we're looking at massive human rights violations. So yeah, hell yeah, I'm going to judge people based on that. Okay? I am. So now you know. So now you can't really be disappointed, can you? Because if you continue to watch, knowing everything that we just said, this is your out. You can leave. You're allowed, right? The internet is a vast place. Many other people watch Love is Blind, and I'm sure you can find other people that are closer aligned with you. But if you're here on this page, you shouldn't be disappointed. You can certainly think differently, but there should be no disappointment because now you know.
There you go. I wish that we could have had more time to go into a lot of comments. There were comments that were honestly brilliant, that were better articulated than we did about the dinner between Alex and Ashley's dad on the last episode. So if you want to read those, go on the last episode and check those out.
So now that we've gotten some housekeeping out of the way, I am really excited to see this episode. Absolutely pumped. Should we get into it?
Let's just do it.
Okay. People got me all fucking riled up.
I know.
I'm angry watching Christine and Vic play pickleball.
At least Christine and Vic are delightful to watch.
They'll calm me down.
They'll calm us down.
I like pickleball so far.
I saw online where Vic's a professor and a bunch of his students were talking about how great he is in real life.
Yeah.
And that the way he is on the show is absolutely who he is every single day.
Yeah, it's honest.
Mm-hmm.
Happy? Yeah.
Happy as I can be, having fun.
People were talking about informed consent and sleeping with people in relation to some of these men lying about how their attraction to the women and whether or not they would do that.
Yeah.
Given if they knew what was being said behind their back. And I think that's a very interesting question.
You and I were talking about that the other day, too, because I saw a list of villains, and one of them that came up was someone that didn't have sex with his partner because he was not attracted to her. And I would actually argue that that is less villainous behavior than continuing to have sex with someone you are not physically attracted to, talking shit about them behind their back, and then like in Alex's case, like pursuing someone else on the show while they're doing it.
Yep. Hopefully it's not more explicit, but I have my fears.
My parents asked me, like, how old is Jess? And I told them, they're like, does she want kids? And I was like, no.
Were they sad?
Oh, she doesn't want kids either? I didn't know that. It was such a huge point of the Emma plotline, but it's like wasn't any real part of hers.
Speaking of the Emma plotline, prevailing opinion that I saw is that they shouldn't even be together.
Yeah.
Because there is such strong potential misalignment. Yeah. Like, Mike shouldn't have proposed.
And it's too close. The timeline is too close.
Yeah. To, like, lock that in.
Yeah. I agree with that.
That's destructive.
I actually like them both separately. It's just they're not right for each other.
Yeah,
hopefully they can, like, break up amicably and then maybe, like, still be friends or something. Just not even feel like their connection's strong enough to, like...
Well, that's another thing people are asking. Like, what relationship do they have outside of the talking about clutter and children?
Yeah. It's hard because the show does that, too.
I know. Yeah.
Like... They really just harp on whatever the one thing is, so it's hard to tell if they're having bigger conversations than that or not.
And they leave out chunks like when Brittany and Devontae made up at some point.
I know. Yeah. Like, how did that happen?
How many not old people do you know that use a heating pad every day?
Lots of people.
She's actually being in the medical profession. You think she'd be a little bit more sensitive to that? Use
I
one all the time.
Since I was, like, in my early 20s.
Isn't that a common Crohn's thing, too? Like, people use them to reduce the pain in their
endometriosis,
abdomen.
too, people use them for. I think it's, like, a good management for some people with chronic pain.
Yeah.
Maybe if we would have met 6 years from now, maybe it just wouldn't have matched up either.
Right. I was like, I didn't know if I would ever want to get married again.
Well, apparently there's a video from his ex online in an interview form that was recommended to us, and maybe after we'll watch it privately. I don't think we'll react to it, but I'm curious to see that.
I'm curious, too.
Also because we haven't seen anything bad about him, really, yet. And I really do think we are going to. Yeah. I wonder who the snake in the grass is. It's either him or Alex. That's my theory. Maybe both? Why choose?
Why choose when there's both of them?
That's true.
I feel like I've been, like, very upfront of, like, me being more, like, of a nomad.
I'm not trying to trap you in Cleveland.
There's some tension brewing right here.
Well, because she has
I know!
She has a job. So, like, I'm not trying to diminish whatever he's doing, because I don't know what he's doing. But she has a job that she has to talk to people at her job. She can't just, like, pick up and move.
Arizona is definitely still in the conversation, and I can definitely get a soccer job there as well as financial services.
And I can get versus have one. He's not moving for a job. He's saying, I can get. I've known people like this.
I know.
They're usually bullshitters.
You used to work at Banana Republic, and I worked at Gap in the same area. And there was a guy.
He actually reads a lot like this guy.
He does. Yeah. He does. There was a guy that worked at your place, and you told me about him. And he was
everybody hated him.
Total douche. Everyone hated him.
Yep.
So he transferred to my Gap. And I remember he was like, his ego just like didn't fit in the door. Like he
said he was going to revolutionize the area code that we lived in, right?
727. Yeah. Revolutionize the 727. I was like, oh, that's
you fed
great.
it.
I did.
Yeah. Tell me more. And he was happy to share.
I mean, it was the only way that I could handle being around him, if I'm honest.
Yeah.
And I was never, like, openly rude to him.
It was like gentle parenting. Like, oh, really? Oh, you're a big kid now.
It's like, oh, that's so cool. How are you going to do that? How are you going to do that, bud?
Well, I'm asking you what your thoughts are.
I would like to talk to my boss.
For sure.
See if there's any different opportunities.
I don't know why he's not understanding this.
Well, he doesn't understand what it's like to have a regular, stable job, too, though.
Right. She needs the support of her boss to be able to move into a different position. She wants to move up in her career, and he is just so caught up in being a nomad.
Right, literally, self-described nomad.
Like,
which is
she
fine.
has a job. Do you not understand that she has a job?
We've already had this conversation.
Ashley's getting frustrated, and she is standing up for herself, which is good.
I like seeing her stand up for herself. I do.
We haven't been intimate, and physical touch is, like, very important to me.
Oh, now they're complaining about she's feeling unwanted.
Then grab me and push me on the bed and let's go.
You walked out the door.
If we didn't have insight into his thinking and the way he's talking about her and about other people, it would be hard to interpret, right, what's real here, but we do. And so I just don't trust him versus her interpretation. I trust hers in this case.
This relationship is just bad.
Yeah, it's real bad.
I just don't like this at all. They don't like each other.
I'm also being aware of your period, realistically.
I'm sorry, what?
Not gonna get pregnant on my period.
You could. I'm sorry. Okay, I'm sorry. There's too much to unpack. It's still happening. It's happening really fast, and I can't track all of it because I'm really confused. Are they not using any protection other than tracking her period? Because I don't think that's smart. I don't know. I mean, that might work, but if I was with someone that I really didn't want to have a kid with right now, I probably wouldn't use that method alone.
Yeah.
Clearly, I'm sexually frustrated.
Why didn't you fuck me last night?
Oh my God.
Why didn't you just fuck me last night? It's such a weird response.
Oh my God.
I feel like I'm not meeting.
I just need to like get away for a sec because.
Okay.
This communication is terrible. I would hate this. If we were like this,
yeah.
I would hate this. This
Yeah.
is like how our worst arguments go. And I feel so gross. Do you know what I mean? But us like batting back and forth and not really
like,
hearing each other. And yeah,
not
exactly.
this specific
No, not
conversation,
this
but-
conversation at all. But like,
Yeah.
if we argue, it's like no one's listening.
Yeah,
We're just
and you're in your
biting
own
at each
feelings.
other.
Yeah,
Right.
And it's not my fault. It's not my fault. It's not
Right.
my fault. It's what a lot of that looked like.
And
yeah.
no one's yelling, but the tension
Yeah.
is like so heavy.
Yeah, that was not great.
I mean, I think she was probably heated too because she had to sit through him for like a half hour telling her how he wants to be a nomad. So she's going to need to quit her job.
The timing
when
was off.
He does not have a job that can support them. So I think she's already irritated, like going into this conversation. And then it's like all the things that are wrong with their relationship.
I will work on things on my end, initiating more. I will see what I can do with my job.
So is she capitulating on everything?
She's taking on a lot of responsibility for a lot of different things. Ashley, don't quit your job. Please don't quit your job for this man. Please don't do it.
I doubt it, because by the time
Don't do
anything would
that.
go through, the show is going to be over. They'll be broken up.
I don't want a kid right now.
I don't want a kid either, and I think I've made that very clear.
Him assuming that she's trying to get knocked up over here from him is kind of
I know.
presumptuous,
I know.
honestly.
It's annoying,
Yeah.
honestly.
I will do more to initiate as well.
Their relationship feels like a string of like corporate emails. Do you ever feel that way? Like they're talking
The string
I
of
will do
corporate
more to
emails?
initiate
Yeah.
as well. Like
They're sending it out to the entire company. Reply all. Reply all. Reply all. Reply all.
and we're all watching it.
I know,
We're the
right?
other employees like, oh God, oh no.
Stop emailing everyone. Can I be that person?
I don't want you to just like run from me.
You know, like she's intense, but I am glad that she's intense. And I don't love that she's like coming back and capitulating on literally everything she was just upset about. Like she's upset for a reason. Do you know what I mean? Like
Those are valid reasons to be upset. You're right. The communication wasn't always great. You're talking about like the nitty gritty there, but she doesn't feel wanted. She knows she's picking up on
Yes.
signals from him, which are
Yes.
accurate. He's lying to her about
Yes.
it and saying, no, you need to initiate. So, like, I know that there were some ways that the conversation wasn't handled well from her end as well.
Yeah.
But the core of it is that she's been gaslit. And
Yeah.
she even said, I'll try to be less crazy about the cleanliness and stuff. She's accepting the gaslighting on herself. So,
it's so hard because in relationships, everybody has to bend a little bit.
Yeah.
And just because Alex kind of sucks doesn't mean that like Ashley shouldn't have to bend on certain things.
Yeah.
But I definitely don't think she should leave the room, come back, and then take on every to-do item as a thing that she needs to be doing.
Do you cook a lot?
Love
so
to
you consider yourself a good cook then, like you top.
I
top
think
tier.
I think so. Yeah.
apparently his chocolate chip cookies were delicious. So,
I heard that too, which is weird because the method did not seem right.
It's in, you were like, what the fuck is he doing? But hey, if they're good, they're good. I like cookie dough, so I'm not that.
Well, that's like the whole reverse sear method. I think
Yeah,
Kenji was like one of the first people that came up with that. People were like, that would never work. And it does. Reverse
okay.
sear, you know? You sous vide your meat until it's the right temperature, and then you take
just
it out,
sear the
and then you
outside.
just sear the outside. And everyone thought it couldn't be done, but you
Couldn't
get
be
a great
done.
Maillard reaction, and it turns out wonderful.
I'm like crazy about her.
This all seems good so far.
They're cute. They might say yes.
I like the brother looking out.
I like the brother, too. I feel like I could see Jordan and the brother being friends so much that I
Right?
wasn't sure who the brother was,
Yeah.
like, there for.
I'm all for it to support it. I hope this works out. Is all I'm saying. Like I genuinely do.
And he's not weird. Again, he's not weird about Emma having a dad and him being a part of her life and
Yeah.
stuff. And he's just like, he's really chill and it's all good. Like,
Yeah.
I could see that. I could see a lot of people getting along with Jordan because he's just super laid back.
He is. He
seems
seems
kind.
really easy to get along with.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was wrong about Jordan and Amber, too. You asked me in the very beginning when they met, you were like, how do you feel about them? And I was like, I'm writing them off. Like, no. And I'm wrong. They turned out really good.
Even if they don't say yes at the end, they
Yeah.
they have not had
They're
a
a
bad
good match.
experience.
They're a much better
They are
match
a
than
good
I thought
match,
they
too.
were. Truly.
What can you point out in what you see here?
I don't know. Is that a cat?
I have a theory about Vic and Christine, and my
Yeah.
theory is this. It's that the reason that they're being followed on the show, despite not going to Mexico with the rest of the cast, despite not being in an apartment, is that production started to realize that they were the only couple that was potentially actually going to get married. So then they started following Vic and Christine because otherwise
halfway
they're going to have...
through.
Right.
Yep.
Because otherwise they're going to have another season with no weddings, and that looks really bad for them. They need people to get married.
Because no weddings is a failure.
Yes.
Of
and
the
Vic and
experiment.
Christine are a sure thing, in my opinion. I don't even know if they're going to be able to show drama with the two of
There
them.
hasn't been much left.
Because usually they'll try and make it something, like with Brett and Tiffany, it was that Brett's suit was a little like ill-fitting or whatever, and they made it look like that was going to be some kind of deal breaker.
But that was really the only thing the entire season was him being upset at a wedding moment where he was trying to look perfect for his wedding.
Yes.
That's what they'll do here. Maybe they'll give us one drama clip, her crying because she sees herself in the dress.
Yes.
That'll be, and they'll pretend that she's running away from the wedding or some shit.
They'll act like they're not going to get married because of it.
As a Black young man and understanding that everything isn't always set up fairly.
Absolutely. I mean, he's a professor that deals with criminal justice in the United States. He knows exactly what the fuck he's talking about, and you can tell by the way he talks about it. Yeah. He gives lectures on this shit all the time.
Not going to be able to understand or to relate 100% with my own kid.
Yeah. And I know you're a well of love, so I have no doubt.
That's cool too. Like having the support of the families, and I hate to have to even bring this up, but somebody in the comments is like, why aren't they being featured? Well, biracial couples in America aren't necessarily going to be heavily promoted. And the fact that somebody even feels that way because of the direction our country is going right now. And I can't say, oh, no, of course not. Like, there's so many conspiracy theories about why they weren't heavily featured. You said that she threw some shade a little bit on her own account, being like, why wasn't I featured? You viewed it as
appropriately shady.
But, like, the fact that I can't even say, no, that's not it. You know what I mean? Like, maybe.
Yep.
The way everything's going.
Yep. Easily could have been. It's really, really hard. Every scene I see them in, I'm like, why are they not
so good together?
Right.
They're what I want to see when I tune in the show.
Yeah, it's hard because I watch Christine and Vic talk about, like, the topics they're talking about are topics I want to see them talk about. Like, that's the TV that I want to see. And I wish there was more of that, and there would have been if they, like, Netflix allowed it, and they didn't for whatever reason. I don't know. Producers make mistakes, too. Like, they made a big one by not having Vic and Christine being one of the major couples.
Yeah.
No matter how much drama there is for all of the other ones, I still would have rather had Vic and Christine be the center, even if it meant that we don't get some of whatever
one
the
of
drama
these other
is that we're going to get.
We have enough drama with all these couples. Cut one of them.
Or just fucking expand your budget to include the other couple.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sorry, but they make so much money on this TV show. You cannot tell me they don't have the budget. Make the budget.
Yeah.
One of the executive leaders needs to take a fucking pay cut. Or maybe you all take a tiny pay cut and then you allow us to see 7 couples instead of 6.
Yeah, I agree.
If you really think there are that many good couples.
Are you saying you want twins? Yeah, but that's a lot of diapers and crying all at once.
That's okay. He's going to help me.
So everything's good at dinner right here.
This is weird. This couple's terrible, right? Devontae is not into Brittany. Brittany is not even really into Devontae. How did they make up? We never saw them make up, and now they're just meeting her family like it's totally fine. Why?
Her family is very relaxed and funny, and I like that energy that they have there.
Me too.
He's very intentional.
Does that make you feel secure?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I'm being played right now.
It's like we missed, like there were multiple parts of the movie and we missed like the entire middle half, and now somehow we're here, and I don't know how we get here from the content we've seen of them so far. It's so confusing.
It's like watching the first Star Wars and skipping Empire Strikes Back and then just going to the third.
Yeah.
Like what?
What am I watching right now? What's happening? I've clearly missed something.
Yeah.
Even if they didn't resolve it on camera, because maybe they resolved it like, talking in bed one night or talking in the car or something.
Happens.
That's fine. But like, at least have a producer interview and ask them what happened so they can tell us.
I kept my vow,
Absolutely.
And so many people just cast it away.
I think for people in loving relationships, I agree, and I feel that way here. And I think there are a fair number of people that are in toxic relationships because they believe that. So
it's hard because I agree with you. I think if you're with someone that you really love and care about and they really love and care about you, then putting in the work and making sure that you're considering their feelings and doing all that stuff is really important, and staying together should be the goal. But like, not everyone has a partner like that. And staying in a really bad, toxic relationship just to avoid divorce feels like a recipe for disaster to me.
And the person you marry isn't always the person that you're with a couple years down the road.
And so, I mean, it's also, you can't do everything. So, like, you can try and do the most and try the best you can. and you still have no control over that other person at the end of the day.
Don't tell me this is just like a fucking fluff episode.
Yep, looks like it.
We're going to have one dramatic moment here, and then people will be mad at us, and then we'll move on to the last episode tomorrow.
And then I was like, my mom's from Grand Rapids. And then my dad's from Minneapolis. She's like...
And the fact she lived in Minneapolis, too.
Wolverines.
This is an example of they had a lot of connections that they felt like were fate in the pods. And I don't
fate
think
connections, yeah. The like hometown crap or all that is like not something to base your life off of. Honestly.
I understand the inclination because like when you meet someone and you're like, oh, you're from there too, I'm from there. Like if you meet someone from the UP, you're like, oh, I'm from the UP. Like I grew up there.
I met some, or I met some. One of the people I played D&D with, I just found out last night, went to the same undergraduate school you did, and so we had a long conversation about it.
Yeah.
But I also wasn't proposing to him. You know what I mean? Like it was like this cool connection point, and then that's all it had to be.
Yeah. But if that were a date, that might have convinced you.
That could. I'm sure that does fuck with your brain.
Yeah.
Do you even have a dirty clothes bag?
Mom, we're baby stepping.
Did you say bag or bag?
Big.
Did you say bag?
Bag.
Have to go back and hear.
Love to watch it.
I love a bag.
That's how, for a long time, people could tell that I was from the Midwest because I would say big at work.
Did you really?
Instead of bag. Yeah. Bag.
Bag.
Big.
For me, it was always how I said Wisconsin. Because they'd be like, say it again. We've already talked about this, haven't we? Say it again, Wisconsin. I'm like, that's how you say it.
That's just how you say Wisconsin. What do you mean?
Yeah, it's like Oregon. Outsiders always saying Oregon.
Oh, yeah. My coworkers still, no matter how many times I say Oregon, they still say Oregon to
You should
me.
call it Minnesota. Just to fuck with them.
No, it's really cute, actually. I kind of like it when my coworkers say Oregon.
Disaster zone. Frat house. There was a keg. There was a Christmas tree.
Some people have said his house was a little fratty, and I agree, it was. But I still stand by the good frat brother, if there is one.
I tell you, okay, this will probably shock everyone. I was in a sorority in college, okay? Weird choices, I know.
De-affiliated.
No, I did not de-affiliate.
Almost de-affiliated.
Stop it.
Okay.
Don't say, that's like...
slander. Okay.
Oh my God, I did not de-affiliate. I thought about it though. But anyway, I was in a lot of frat houses. None of them looked as clean as that. Not a one.
Do I need someone to match me? Do I need someone that's even more than me?
I do like that she's thinking about this a lot. The only problem is how is she going to let out that energy? And if it's like having inappropriate conversations anymore. We haven't seen anything else, right? If that was the one thing, I'd be willing to forgive it.
Yeah.
I almost know it's not, but it also depends on what she's saying versus what Chris is going to be saying.
It is good that she's taking it seriously.
Yeah.
It is good that she's thinking about like, right, what do I want in a partner? Does this really match up? Because I think some of these people are just like, well, this is the person I matched with, so here I go. And that's a way weirder perspective than this. This makes a lot more sense.
She has seemingly this attitude of like, yeah, I picked him, but does it still make sense to get married?
Right, which is good. Now, whether she turns that on, I'm going to break up with Connor and go to Chris. That's the worry that I have, truly.
Who's the snake?
Okay, do you remember the season? Do you remember the season with Jeremy? Do you remember it? Jeremy, but we called him Jeremy. And he left his one partner for the other girl, and then they went on the jet ski at the event. Do you remember that?
Laughing.
Yeah, do you remember that?
Yeah. That was like South Carolina or whatever.
Anyway, I am worried.
That was such a nuts season.
I am currently worried that Bree and Chris are going to have some kind of jet ski moment.
Oh, God.
Hi. Nice to meet you. I'm Emma. Nice to meet you.
So this episode's all filler, and the snake in the grass is probably just the literal snake imagery and
There's nothing here. The avalanche hasn't happened. I was promised an avalanche. And now I'm worried because I'm waiting for the avalanche.
I'm getting a little sick thinking
Did it already come and I didn't recognize it? Did it happen and I'm just so desensitized to the show that I didn't even feel the avalanche happening?
I don't think so.
I cried. I was very upset. And I was upset because I didn't get to meet you.
I like Mike's mom saying that because she's like explaining why she was upset. And it doesn't really have to do with Emma. It's just that like she wanted to be included.
Yeah, it's so unexpected, really.
Mm-hmm. Your past boyfriends, were they like Italian?
Oh, is Mike Italian? That's such a funny question. His dad's like, so, you date Italians?
Have you dated an Italian before?
My ex is actually Italian.
Oh, okay, so yes. So I love this.
You both want children, right?
This is just not the right relationship.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's just not right. And for this long, too, because they've talked about it now multiple times, and she is still very uncertain. How do you get married then?
Yeah.
Mike knows he wants kids.
You shouldn't.
Like that, I'm having a hard time with, to be honest with you right now.
Just be open-minded.
Oh, I like Mike. He said be open-minded to his mom.
I like the interactions that they have together. I do. Because his mom wants to know, too. And she's just asking the question. Like, she's not... But Mike's pushing back, which is
Mike
nice.
is trying to protect her right there, which I think is very sweet.
I think it is sweet, too.
Yeah, he's like, almost like, back off, you don't know this whole story, which is like, so, that is really kind.
And then the way his mom responded to that tells me that they're able to talk like that to each other.
Yeah, I like the communication. You're right, the communication here. There isn't like one person. This isn't the Alex Ashley dinner.
No.
This is a totally different experience here in this family.
I had about 8 surgeries before I was 9 years old.
So that's why you're on the fence 50-50.
Yes.
Part of the reason, yeah.
I do appreciate. I feel like now the parents are kind of like, I kind of get it a bit. You know what I mean? Which is nice. They're kind of they're giving understanding here. I'm getting emotional about this conversation for some reason, but this is like super intense.
Yeah, it is.
There is no divorce.
We've talked about that.
There is no divorce.
There is actually. It is a thing that exists. People do get divorced. The worst thing in the world is not divorce. Like, I hate to tell any of these people that. It actually is, in a weird way. I'm like, how nice to be in a situation where he clearly doesn't see it for himself. He clearly, like, Mike's dad loves his mom enough that for him, he's like, divorce, not an option. And that is so sweet for them. But for other people, like, that's not true.
Actually,
you know?
For a lot of people, getting divorced is far from the worst thing in the world.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
There are people in our comments that are like, hey, or one person was talking about, like, being with an abusive ex. And they were actually talking about the whole, like, apologizing for their feelings thing and giving apologies that weren't sincere, but it's because they were being like treated like crap.
Right.
And you're trying to survive.
Totally.
It's a counter to our argument that those kinds of apologies are good. But, you know, like, when you're trying to survive, the rules are different.
I would argue still not good, but not good that you're put in a situation where you feel like you have to apologize for something that you're not really sorry for in order to pacify someone else. Like, that would be a very scary position to be in.
And I don't want to put words in this commenter's mouth or lived experience, but, like, I'm assuming that divorce was a better option than staying in that relationship.
Yeah.
I'm your fiance.
I understand. It's only been 48 hours.
48 hours from what?
The last time they saw each other, I guess. But they're on a show where they're supposed to be spending every day together.
You said it would be great if we could have like a 13-hour break.
I never said 13 hours.
I wouldn't make that up.
I'm going to believe her.
I think he probably threw out an arbitrary number, and that's why he doesn't remember saying it, and she does remember him saying it. Because for her, that was like, okay, it's 13 hours, and for him, that was a random number he threw out.
Do you think we have a good physical connection?
I do. Do you not?
What the fuck? I agree that direct communication is important, but what fuck shit is he about to say?
I do want to, like, see this whole thing through.
What's happening right now?
It was real.
Was?
Without sounding like a fucking dickhead.
Uh-oh, he's about to sound like a dickhead. He's about to sound like a dickhead.
I date people who, like, fucking do, like, fucking CrossFit and shit.
What?
What, because she's not juiced?
Somebody who, like, works out all the time and, like, has, like, a different type of...
I'm sorry, what? She's fit, though, right? What? I'm sorry. What?
Does he want to have sex with somebody who has washboard abs? Is that what he's saying?
It's hard for me to be, like, physically, like, in that moment, into it.
I'm sorry, is he disparaging her body? Because it feels like he's disparaging her body.
I just don't know if it's, like, there for me.
Is he breaking up with her right now?
That's so fucking weird. What a weird episode. That episode almost felt like filler, but I'm assuming there's a nightmare final ninth. That's weird.
Does she not? She's quite small and
This
appears fit? I'm confused.
This reminds me, actually, because we did just watch the America's Next Top Model documentary. This reminds me of the expectation that people had for people's bodies in that era, where they were calling women that were really thin, including the first plus-size model being a size 6, and they were calling her plus size.
Yeah.
This reminds me of that kind of thinking. And there's a thing, right? Like, maybe everybody's into different things. And maybe he does want somebody more muscly. But I don't get the feeling that's what he's saying, right? I mean, that can happen.
I'm sorry. I'm having trouble. I don't know what's going on with me, but I'm having trouble processing this episode.
That was weird.
That was really, really weird. I'm very confused, too, because...
He doesn't like the way she looks.
No shade to Chris.
Yeah.
I'm sure he works out a lot.
No, he looks fit.
He looks like he works out. He's not, like, Freddie from the UK. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, he's not completely... Like, he's not like a juice head. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he works out, but he's not a juice head. He's not, like, exceptional.
No.
He's kind of... He looks like an average person that goes to the gym.
Average gym person,
Yeah.
right. I'm confused because she also, like, she's been in very tight-fitting clothes. Like, she is small and appears to, like, have a pretty athletic physique, whether she goes to the gym or not a lot, I don't know.
But I mean, but she also, like, works on her feet potentially and is, like, you know, getting a lot of working at, like, that way.
There's something else
what is he
going
asking
on.
for?
There's something else going on.
Yeah.
I swear to you. Do you know what I'm worried about?
Yeah.
Okay. This is my conspiracy theory for the next episode. Bree has contacted him.
Yeah.
Or he has contacted Bree, or they've been DMing. Like, something is going on where they've had some kind of connection behind the scenes, and now he's sabotaging his relationship with Jessica because now he's no longer into it.
Because he disappeared for, like, a whole day.
Yeah,
right?
Where was he? 48 hours. She said 48 hours. Where the fuck was he for 48 hours?
Yeah.
Okay?
It's totally suspicious.
I
mean, whatever.
This is just, I'm like, I don't even know. All of these couples are such a mess. We have 2 couples that are even doing a good job. We have Vic and Christine, who aren't even technically on the show. Can we just say that right now? They're not following them in there. The only time we see them is when they're in, like, public parks because they didn't get them a fucking apartment, so we don't ever see them, like, you know, just sitting on the couch or like laying in bed together. We don't see any of that.
Houses, you know what I mean? Like, yeah.
No, it's so weird that we have that entire, like, gap in all of that. And then we have Jordan and Amber. And other than that, I don't see a single couple on here that should still be together.
For the rest, yeah.
They should all be broken up. These are all absolutely terrible matches. I don't even understand how these people ended up together. And I am so sick of specifically the men going on this fucking show with absolutely insane parameters for what their partner is gonna look like, and then putting that on the other people like they're not measuring up. Come the fuck on. Like, why would you sign up for Love is Blind?
Mid-men doing that, honestly.
Right. Why the fuck are you signing up for Love is Blind and then doing this? And also, I just have to say, I have seen Chris's what is that called, the little circle on Instagram that's supposed to be like the picture of you?
His AI image.
I have seen his fucking whatever avatars, PFP, is that what you call it?
Picture.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, you learn something new every
day,
don't you? I've seen his profile picture on fucking Instagram. Okay, that man is not this man.
Yeah.
They don't even look the same. I would not even recognize him. Not even close, okay? He is editing the shit out of those photos. Like, what are you doing? What are you doing? What in the, like, body and face dysmorphia is that? That you take that picture? It's like the people that Facetune the absolute crap out of everything, and you can't even recognize them anymore. What are you doing? Then you're holding everybody else to your weird-ass Facetuned expectations when you don't even meet those. You just don't know what you look like anymore.
One day he's going to love Android sex bots. You know what I mean? Because they'll be perfectly molded to whatever he needs.
That's true.
You know?
That's true.
So, have fun with that.
I watched a documentary once on, like, the sex robots. And I do think that actually would be probably a good choice for him.
All these incels out there just need the sex bots so they can shut the fuck up and go in their corners.
The other weird thing is, like, okay, and I don't mean to compare them, but Alex and Chris are the bad ones right now. Alex, at least from day one, told Ashley that she wasn't his typical type. And she's known that, and it has caused issues, as it always does.
But he does.
But
he brought it up again today.
He did.
He's not being as open as he is behind her back.
Yes.
But he has said you. The problem with that is he always says, "I said you weren't what I'd usually go for, but I think you're beautiful, and I'm into you." The problem is that he's not really being truthful about that second part.
Well, I don't know. Yes, or he's not, or he's doing the comparison game, and he's like he's into her, but he's not as into her.
He's not
into Britney. You know what I mean? Yeah, exactly. But then with Chris we haven't seen him vocalize any of this.
This looks like a total blindside.
Like, right.
Absolute blindside.
Total fucking blindside for her. So he just disappears for 2 days and then blindsides her with, "You're not my physical body type."
That is sus as fuck.
I like girls that do Pilates. Okay.
CrossFit.
Cool.
Just fine, but...
Like, talk about that shit in the pods then.
Right?
This is the other thing.
Because there are
that's
people
what
that
you
say,
want.
I am an athletic person, I want my partner to be athletic. And then she would have
Totally.
said, that's not me.
Raven, during her season,
Yeah.
Raven, the Pilates instructor.
Pilates!
She talked about Pilates
Yeah.
endlessly. Everyone knew she was into Pilates.
So you know
Everyone
what
knew.
you're getting.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
And then she was able to talk to people like, do you go to the gym? It was important to her. So she talked
Yeah.
to people about it. It is so weird to blindside people after the fact. I do not understand.
That's like I would have a qualification about not dating somebody who voted for Trump, and not to bring that back, but no, but I would not get in a place where I would be blindsided by that because it would be a disqualifier for who I'm dating.
I'd be talking about politics too.
And that's the part of the problem here is that people aren't really thinking enough about their qualifiers, or they're just full bullshit. I mean, I don't know what the fuck.
I'd literally be like, so, because just not voting for Trump isn't enough for me, frankly. I would be like, so, how do you feel about healthcare? Do you think?
Yeah.
So who should have healthcare? Everyone? Everyone? We think everyone should have healthcare? Oh, okay, cool. How do you feel about housing? Should people have access to affordable housing?
Affordable housing.
Okay, affordable housing.
Would
Yeah.
you say it's a right?
Here. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, we're getting somewhere.
We're getting somewhere.
We're getting
Yep. I feel like we're on the same page. Yeah, I don't know. I didn't like this episode.
Yeah. I think it was fluffier than I was expecting.
It was
I thought
really boring.
I thought this one was going to be the explosion. I think that's next episode. So if you haven't unsubscribed yet and you want to keep watching shows with us, we'll be here tomorrow to see the final conclusion of this drop, which is apparently a nightmare. We obviously haven't gotten there yet. Like the video. Subscribe. And we'll see you next time.
Okay, bye.
All right, thanks, bye.
And then I got it knocked, and I started going,
Ridiculous.
oh, that was a tearjerker.
Hey, we're gonna go on a cruise this summer. You should come with us.